Burden of proof. The result of the broken credit reporting system is that the burden of proof has effectively shifted from the creditor or debt collector to the consumer. Creditors and collectors are allowed to take action against consumers without being required to justify their contentions. Consumers now have the burden to prove a negative that they do not owe a debt and are rebuffed when they attempt to do so. When they fail because the deck is stacked against them, the creditor or collector will continue to report the consumers as liable. In fact, in litigating the Johnson v. MBNA case discussed in Part 3d, Ms. Johnson's attorney learned from MBNA's account records that the consumer was expressly told, "It is not our burden to prove you owe the debt. It's your burden to prove you do not." For debt collectors, the credit reporting system alleviates them from the need to prove in a court of law by a preponderance of the evidence that a consumer is liable for a debt, and that the amount of the debt is correct. Instead, the debt collector simply places the black mark on the consumer's credit report and waits until the consumer needs to buy a car or home or insurance coverage. The consumer is either forced to pay off the amount to improve her credit report or forced to pay higher prices if he or she can get the credit or insurance at all. For consumers to get errors in their credit reports fixed, they must dispute multiple times and, in some cases, retain a lawyer to file a lawsuit. Consumers who do not have the time, educational skills, and resource to send multiple disputes, like the single mother of twins in the FTC study, are simply out of luck, plagued by a scarlet F of credit that they did not cause but cannot get fixed. And even those who manage to send multiple disputes cannot always get justice without being able to find an attorney experienced in litigating credit reporting disputes.